Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Queen of the Board, and today I'm playing The Last of Us from the Escape the Dark game system. This is brought to us by Naughty Dog and Themeborn Games. It's survival adventure for 1 to 5 players. Come and join me. So today I'm going to be playing as both Ellie and Joel. They are survivors of a mutant fungal outbreak called cordyceps. They're currently in the quarantine zone, but life isn't great. And they've heard rumors that if they travel up the board to a place called Jackson, maybe things will be a lot better for them. But to get there, they have to go through these different chapter locations, following the travel lines on the board, but they can't do that until they clear enough threats to be able to do so. And you know, it's going to be a tough game, I'm sure of it. There's all different kinds of threats. This is about balancing survival and planning. Do they stick together? Or do they split up and be more productive, but then they can't help each other out? We'll lose the game if any of our heroes get down to 0 health points. We could also lose the game if we run out of time. At the top of the board, there is a time tracker. Time is marked in days. So for every day, you can travel and then you have the action phase. But as the infection spreads, this black marker might also be moving towards us. And if the two meet, game over. The other way to lose is the boss tokens up here. If ever we have to place boss token number 6, that will also be the end of the game. This is definitely not a rules teach, so please let me know in the comments if I make mistakes. Turn on your Klingon captions, I'll update that so you can see those rules goofs. Here's a look at the summary card explaining the different potential actions. My 2 characters are all set up. We have 4 starting weapons when you're playing with 2 to 3 characters. That's 2 melee weapons, the planks here and here with a durability of 2 each. A 9mm pistol with a capacity of 2, that's your ammunition, and a revolver with a capacity of 1, shown here with the cubes at the top. And of course, we've also got health, starting at max of 14, and character flaws. So each of the characters, if they can work through these in order, will receive a special ability, which is super useful, so I'm hoping to do that. For example, for Ellie, she needs to take an unrevealed stashed item from the board to take one of these away and move on to the next one. Joel's first challenge is to take the lead, meaning that he will flip one of the chapter cards in any of these locations in order to do this one. We'll see how that works as we play. At the beginning of the game, we start down here in the quarantine zone. So here we have Joel and Ellie. You get to flip over the west and east cards. And now I have a choice to make. Do I want to go and contact the fireflies if I head in the west direction? Or use the smuggler network if I go towards the east? However, that will cost me 1 HP, but both come with a range of benefits. When you gain intelligence, you can choose to reveal any of the stashed item cards. And if it's a good thing, it just stays on top. If it's a negative event, it's taken out of the game. So that helps kind of protect me. Drawing items from the top of the board, also that's going to be great. You know, it's going to give us things to help with the adventure. Now, I don't really want to lose 1 HP at the start of the game. So you know what? I think I'm going to go west, contact the fireflies. So we'll both go together. I don't want to be alone. And the first thing I'm going to do is gain intel at the university. So the university is up here. We turn this over. And it's El Diablo, a weapon ready for us to get up there and collect later in the game. Next, gain intel at Lakeside. Let's take a look. An assault rifle, another weapon, so that's really good to know. Now I get to draw one item and we find some ammo. I think I'm going to give that to Joel as the revolver is slightly more powerful. So we'll continue our travels into downtown. And the first thing we do when we reach a new location is reveal the camp card. So this is giving me a couple of additional actions I can choose to perform. In this case, I can either fully reload a ranged weapon, and up to 2 survivors can perform that, or I get a 1 use of medical supplies to restore 3 of my HP. Both really great options, but nothing I need to do right now. So I can choose to either explore or camp, and I think I want to explore. I don't need to restore HP or reload at this time. Before exploring one of the chapter cards, choose one of your survivors to take the lead. And if the chapter card specifically says you, any nasty consequences will directly affect that survivor. So in this case, we're going to choose Joel because it's the first thing here where we want to get through his disillusioned issues. So I get to take away this take the lead from Joel. Next, he needs to draw blind, taking an unrevealed stashed item. Let's take a look at our first chapter card. We're searching a ruined building. As you search this ruined office building, a Fedra truck screeches to a halt outside. You scramble for cover as its mounted cannon swivels in your direction and unleashes a thunderous barrage. In turn, each survivor present must roll hit dice equal to the threat level, losing 1 HP for each target black dice rolled. If you survive, read on. So we check and we can see there are 3 threat markers in this location. I'm going to roll the 3 threat dice for Ellie. And she got 2 hits, so she's going to lose 2 health points. We're going to roll again for Joel. And he also gets hit twice, so both down to 12 health. To your amazement, the truck suddenly explodes. A moment later, a group of fireflies emerges from concealed positions to proudly examine the smoldering wreckage. One of them gives you a subtle nod before they disappear, melting into the terrain once more. Discard a threat token and then search. Ooh, so we ran into the fireflies. So first of all, I'm discarding a threat token. You can see from this line here that we need to get rid of this one before we can travel up to the sewers. Next, we get to perform a search. And here's the handy search reference card. I can choose to take 2 search actions or lose a day and add a boss token if I want to take 4. The boss tokens are really bad. It's one way to lose the game, but they also make the final boss more powerful, so I really don't want to do that. I'm also worried about time, and I definitely don't want to lose an extra day. So we're going to take 2 actions. I can gain intel to reveal a stashed item in any of the locations. I can raid the stash, and that means I get to actually draw a revealed card. I can draw blind, and I can scavenge, meaning that I just get to take item card. So I'd really like for Ellie to draw blind next. I think we're going to be brave and see what we have here in this stashed item pile. And she finds a nail bomb. So I get to pull this cube from her character floor and equip this throwable item. And for my second search action, I think I'm going to reveal the next card. And we find an event. So that's really great because the bottom consequence is always pretty nasty. But if we reveal it, the danger is avoided. So I get to just take that out of the game. So now we've cleared this chapter card, I remove it. And that is the end of our first day. Day 2, and I have the option here to perform a preparation action, which would be either to use an item, trade items between characters in the same location, reload weapons, or craft an item. However, there's nothing I really want to do, so I'm going to jump right into our next explore. We'll do it together, and I think This time we're going to have Ellie take the lead because that's her next character flaw. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. And here we go. Here, a small group of fireflies is hunkered down in the city ruins, engaged in a fierce firefight with the Fedra personnel. Choose one option. Move on. This isn't your fight. Discard a threat token. Or help the fireflies for the cause. Begin combat. At the bottom of the card, it lets you know whether or not it's possible to listen or sneak around before engaging in the combat. In this case, both are available options. Listening would allow me to change the dice if I'm successful at rolling a wisdom with my character die. I'll show you sneak attacks as they happen, but effectively you're trying to roll a cunning, and if successful, it helps you remove some of the challenge dice. At the very bottom, if you defeat this enemy, discard a threat token, then search. So that's your reward. To be honest, I don't really want to get into this. I'm trying to get up to the top of the board, to the boss fight as soon as possible. I really want to find Jackson. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose to move on. I don't get the search, but I do get to remove the threat token. Thank you very much. We'll take this out of the game. So I'm progressing the day token, and you can see I hit the threat marker. That means I need to add a threat token to every single location on the board. There are no negative consequences if they all become full. However, that's now blocked my opportunity to travel for the next day. Day 3, and once again, I'm choosing to explore the downtown location. And we found some Fedra agents. You were confronted by Fedra agents demanding that you raise your hands and prepare to be searched. As you try to reason with them, one of them suddenly draws their firearm. Choose one option. Submit to the search, discard a total of 2 items, weapon, ammo cards, and the guards will let you pass. Discard a threat token. Or refuse, and you must roll a hit die, losing 2 HP for each target rolled. Then begin combat. There are 2 options after revealing the threat card that should be considered. You can choose to withdraw, pulling all the survivors out, and the chapter cards remain where they are. So you haven't defeated it, the threat token doesn't go away, but it might give you an extra opportunity to prepare. The second option is to bypass the card. Now, if it's a really tough one, this could be worthwhile. Each character is going to lose 2 HP, but worse than that, we're adding a boss token. We're losing a day, but we do get to clear the card. So, but I think in this case, maybe we should submit to the search. I'm trying to be really cautious. And looking at the threat dice, I don't have the opportunity to listen and sneak. So I'm going to go ahead and discard a total of 2 item, weapon, or ammo card. I'm going to give up my ammunition and my nail bomb. So those are discarded from the game. I get to discard a threat token, and the guards are going to let me pass. So that's the end of the day. So we go to day 4. For downtown, there's 1 more chapter card remaining, and there are some benefits to clearing a location completely, but I'm trying to be careful with time. So I think for the next day, we're just going to go ahead and move both of our characters up to the sewers. I don't think I've actually got this deep in the game before without performing some kind of a combat. But again, I'm being really careful. Next, we're going to explore together. So Ellie can take the lead, and let's see what we find in the sewers. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. The tunnels here open out into a vast maintenance area where the groaning of runners echoes in the darkness. You can't turn back. You'll have to clear them. Begin combat. We can choose to listen and sneak. We're traveling as a group, so I'm going to prepare the combat dice. Let's see what we have. Now, we choose one of these for each of the threat tokens and give them a roll, see how they come out. 3 doubles. Ooh, ouch. Next, as a group, it's 1 of these mites per character. So you just take the dice and set that down. And then 1 mystery dice per character. So we just roll 2 more. Another wisdom and another double. So we've got 4 doubles to deal with, 2 might and 1 wisdom. That's pretty tough. If you look on the character cards, you can see for their dice, for each of the characters' strengths and weaknesses, you can see that Joel's pretty great for might and Ellie's good for cunning. I could choose to listen next because that would allow me to change the dice, but I think instead I'm going to perform a sneak attack with Ellie because if she passes, she'll get her special ability immediately, and that could be a huge help. So to check if my sneak is successful, I'm rolling my character dice, looking either for the cunning symbol right here, the I, or for the crit symbol. Let's have a look. And Ellie was successful. She rolled her cunning. So Ellie successfully passed a sneak check. So immediately I'm removing her final character flaw. She is no longer lonely and she gets to choose one of the special abilities. There's quite a few to choose from and you can choose any one that you want for any of the characters. I'm choosing Ferocious, and that means that during melee combat, I get to count any of the results as 2. Ellie is now Ferocious. As she was successful with her sneak attack, she gets to remove 1 of the dice, and I think we're going to remove 1 of the doubles. And I'm also going to use my plank as part of that attack, removing 1 of the durabilities to remove an additional dice. Joel could also choose to sneak, but he's not so great with his cunning. He doesn't have any items that will help him. So I think it might be time to actually attack. During a combat round, we have the option to melee attack, shoot, throw, reload, withdraw, or bypass. For a shoot action, you need a ranged weapon that has ammunition. Both of my characters do. They have a max fire rate of 1 each, so that's 1 dice per character. Let's roll and see what happens. So we got 2 successful rolls, that's great. We look at the 9mm pistol, and Ellie is gonna discard an ammo to remove 1 dice. The revolver, we're also discarding an arrow and removing 2 dice. I think we're going to take out these 2 and this 1. The runners survived our first attack, and now we check if they're going to hit us back. On the right hand side of the card, it shows you the damage. Ranged at the top, melee at the bottom. As both of our survivors performed a ranged attack, they're not going to take any damage back at this time. And we go to the next round. Joel's out of ammo. However, we've got 1 more shot left in the pistol. I think next we'll try a melee attack. So I'm going to grab the character dice, roll those together. We're hoping to get these icons. Elle unfortunately missed, but she did get the shield icon, meaning that she won't take damage this round. Joel rolled a crit also with the shield, so no damage for him, and he gets to choose which one to take away. I think we'll take away the might. No damage to the team, and we go again. 1 more. We just really need to get a wisdom. We miss completely, and this time both will take damage. And 1 more time. Luckily, we got the crit symbol, so this one is done and we're successful. If you defeat the enemy, discard a threat token and then search. So this one goes away. And again, I get to take 2 of the search actions. I'm gonna check, and I can see that if Joel draws blind, this is gonna help his character flaw, so I think we should go ahead and do that. Yeah, it is a shorty, so he actually gets a very nice ranged weapon. Will replace the revolver. He is the shorty, and he also gets to remove this flaw. I think next we will get some intelligence and reveal a switchblade. And at the beginning of entering the sewers, I actually forgot to reveal the camp. So let's take a look at that. Manifest and medical supplies. I'm moving the time token up and unfortunately hitting that threat marker again. So we're adding more threats to the board for every location. Checking Joel's next character flaw. He needs to fight alone, exploring alone and defeating an enemy. So I think today we'll take Ellie to medical supplies, restoring 3 HP back up to maximum. And then Joel's gonna travel and explore the sewers. That's a little scary. In the dark passage ahead, you hear the sound of rapid footsteps splashing through the filth towards you. Runners! You must roll a cunning or a crit in 1 attempt. So we grab Joel's die. And unfortunately he rolled a wisdom. So failure, you were dragged to the ground and barely managed to kick your way free. Lose 2 health points, then begin combat. So he's going down to 11. He's fighting solo, so let's get the dice out. The threat level is currently 3. Wisdom, a double and a double. 1 might, 1 cunning, and then 1 mystery. Rolling the mystery. And it's another cunning. So this is not going to be an easy battle for Joel. Is he going to be able to survive? Let's see. Using our shorty weapon, we're going to perform a shoot attack. I've got a max fire rate of 2, so I get 2 dice. Let's see how that goes. 2 hits, fantastic. So we actually get to remove 4 dice. So I think we'll get rid of these 2 doubles. He's not so great at cunning, so maybe these 2. Well, that was pretty great, and there's no counter attack for ranged. So back over to Joel. He's gonna have to get rid of the ammo, unfortunately, so nothing else in that gun. It's got to be a melee attack. Let's roll Joel's dice. He gets a crit and a shield. Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? I think I'm gonna use my plank, 1 durability for 1 more dice there, and we get to clear the threat. Defeating the enemy, we get to discard a threat token and then search, but better yet, he's no longer disillusioned. Boop. So again, I get to choose a special ability. And Joel is dependable, meaning that he can re-roll any ammo or hit dice. For my search, I'm gonna grab the switchblade, which is an item. And then I think I'm just gonna draw a regular item card. Oh, we get ammo! Clearing the chapter card and ending the day on day 6. Medical supplies was 1 use, so I'm gonna mark that as done. And this time I am going to do a prepare. So first of all, I'm going to trade items and give Ellie the switchblade, as she's a little bit better at sneak checks. And I'm going to ammo discard to add a cube to my ammo track. Reloading my shorty. Ready to go. I think that Ellie's gonna go ahead and explore together with Joel, but she'll take the lead. There is a piercing screech from the darkness ahead, and you suddenly find yourself face to face with a clicker. I can't do the noises. Begin combat. I can choose to listen and sneak. Let's get the group dice out first. Threat level is 2. A cunning and a wisdom. 2 might per character, so that's a total of 4. And 1 dice per character. We get a double and another cunning. Ellie's going to try and sneak around the clicker. She either needs a cunning or a crit. Oh, and she gets her cunning. She also has the switchblade, meaning that when making a sneak attack, remove an additional dice. So let's do a melee. I think we're gonna take this one, plus the additional might, and I'm gonna use my plank, breaking it. So that is gone, but that's 1 more, and I think we should get rid of this one. Now combat begins. The click is kind of nasty because the melee return attack damage is 3. Nothing for ranged. They both do have ranged weapons, so I think we'll start with a ranged attack from both. So both shooting. Adding up the max fire rate, we get 3 dice. 2 success, and Joel's going to use his reroll. 2 of those dice were his. I should have rolled separately. Let's see. And we get a 3rd success. Fantastic. So for Joel, we've got 2 dice per hit, which is going to be 4 dice, and 1 for Ellie, which is 5 dice. We've only got 5 dice here, so we managed to complete that attack. No damage to us. That's pretty great. If you defeat this enemy, discard a threat token and then search. I think I'm going to be brave and do a blind search here. Oh, we get another plank. So we'll give that one to Ellie. And then I think we'll grab an item card. We get some canned food, and I think Joel should just get rid of that straight away to gain 2 HP. I just noticed, by the way, I was kind of going the wrong way on the health track, but 11 is the right number now. So we're doing pretty good for time. That's going to take us to day 7, and I'm now able to travel. However, I could choose to clear the location, but I kind of want to keep going. Do I go lakeside or university? That cabin looks a little creepy, so I think we'll go. Oh wow, look at this assault rifle though. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, I really want to get this assault rifle, so I think they're both going to travel up to lakeside. Let's take a look at the camp, and we found a junkyard. Let's explore together. I think Joel can take the lead. You find footprints in the snow. Hunters are patrolling the pass, covering the only way through. It won't be long before they track you down, but if you act now, you'll have the element of surprise. Begin combat. You can listen and sneak. Let's get the dice out. Threat level is 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 doubles. Not a good start. It's going to be 2 might. 1, 2. And 4 mystery dice. 2 per character. Oh, so many doubles. Well, I definitely want to try and sneak with Ellie and her switchblade. We need a cunning or a crit. Okay, success. We got the cunning. Ellie can only trigger 1 of her item cards, so using the switchblade, she's going to get to remove an additional dice. So we'll definitely get rid of some of these doubles. 1, 2. And I just don't think it's worth Joel trying to sneak because he's not very good at it. He's only got 2 for that. So let's get into combat. We've got no ammunition, so no choices there. It's going to be a melee attack. Rolling both. Well, it's a great start in terms of defense. Ellie gets to use this twice. So I think what we'll do is combine these 2 symbols. She's going to take this one away, and by combining, we can take this double. They're going to hit us back for 2, but we rolled the shields, so no damage. Next round. And I think we're both going to use our planks. 1, 2 to get rid of an additional dice. So this one's broken. Let's get rid of the 2 last doubles. Now it's the next round. Oops. Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty great. So let's take these 2 away for Joel. Unfortunately, Ellie's actually isn't going to help us out. And if Ellie uses the last of her plank, we can eliminate this one. We're going to do it. Yes. So we don't have to take the damage. Threat cleared. We get to discard the threat token and perform a search. Well, I really want this assault rifle. That's definitely going to Joel. And it's got a capacity of 4, which is kind of amazing. Next, let's grab some intel and take a look at the next item. Ooh, and it was an event. We've been really lucky with these. That one's out of the game with no damage to us. I think now would be a good time to split up and get some more items. Elle's pretty good for health, so I think she's going to go to Lakeside and Joel can go to the junkyard. drawing 2 items. Let's do that first. And we get a blade and a rag. Both of these are crafting material. For the rag, I need to find some alcohol, and then it can be used either as a health kit or a Molotov cocktail. For the blade, it's actually got quite a few options. It could be a shiv or a nail balm. We'll see when we get some more things that we can combine it with. So Elle is gonna go ahead and take a look at Lakeside. She's on her own. As you creep through the frozen forest, a branch snaps loudly under your boot. A moment later, a blood-curdling screech fills the crisp evening air with terror. Begin combat. She's traveling solo, so we have 2 threats. Both doubles. 2 might, which she's not very good at, and 2 mystery dice. There we are. Her plank was broken, but she can listen or sneak. Listening again would change the result of one of the dice. She's not as good at listening. She would need to get a wisdom to do it. Is it worth it? Sure, let's try. Oh, she got a crit. That means she can actually change up to 5 of the chapter dice to anything she wants. She's very good at cunning, and I'd like to see some more of those. So let's change this to a cunning, and this one to a cunning. That's 2. She's better at wisdom and cunning than she is might. So I think we'll change this one to a wisdom and this one to a wisdom and leave it at that. Next, we'll sneak and looking for cunning. She gets it. Thanks to my switchblade, I'm going to be removing an additional dice. So let's take away this one and this one. So we're down to 4. Here we go. It's going to be a melee attack. No choices there. She hits cunning. Because of her ferocious ability, that will count as 2 of that result. So we're going to get rid of these 2 dice. Damage in return is 3. 1, 2, 3 down to 11. Rolling again. Oh, she gets this. Great. 3 more damage though. 1, 2, 3. This is nasty. We really need to get that might. Oh, and it's a crit. Fantastic. So that one is out and she is successful. Removing the threat token, and she gets to perform a search. Now we've got some cool items with Joel that we could combine. So I think this time we'll just grab an item. We get a brick, and let's do another one. Some ammo. We've cleared this chapter card. Again, we could keep going with Lakeside, but honestly, I don't really want to, except the end of the day, I have to put out more threat tokens, so we do have to stick around a little bit longer. I still can't travel past it. During preparation, I'm using my ammo into my 9mm pistol, and I'm going to give Joel the brick, I think. We're not doing too well for health, but we'll see how it goes. I think Joel should lead as we explore Lakeside. You hear thundering hooves as a group of mounted hunters burst from the tree line, bearing down on you in a ferocious charge. Each survivor present must roll hit dice equal to the threat level, losing 1 HP for each hit rolled. Then begin combat. So threat level is 2. We'll roll for Ellie first. And she's going to lose 1 health point, taking her down to 5. Then for Joel, also losing 1, he goes to 10. The threat level is 2, and we get 2 cunning. It's 1 wisdom per character and 2 mystery dice per character, and 2 doubles. We can't listen or sneak, unfortunately. But I think we'll start with a shoot attack as everyone's got ammo. Actually, Joel can go ahead and use all 4, his full max fire rates here, and we'll definitely do that. We've got Ellie with 1. We'll roll for Joel first. Give it a good shake, and he does have the reroll. So he got 3 hits and a reroll. Yes, success. So we actually get to remove 4 dice. Definitely taking out the doubles. And I think these 2. That's all of his ammo depleted, unfortunately. And Ellie is using just her 9mm pistol. She misses. Both are going to take 2 damage for the ranged attack. That actually brings Ellie down to just 1 health point. And Joel is coming down to 8. If we can't take them out this round, potentially Ellie is going to die. So that's going to be a big problem. But we have to, well, I don't really want to withdraw or bypass here. I think we should be brave. We've got the reroll from Joel and Ellie's ferocious ability as well. So let's go for it. I got 2 crits. Wow. Okay, so no one's going to take damage. That's amazing. And I think I'm going to take out these 2. So no damage. Hanging on by a thread. Can we do it? I need Ellie to roll a cunning, or they both... Yeah, basically we need cunnings or crits from Ellie. Joel, this is going to be tough. I don't know if that was the right choice with the dice. Ellie got, oh my goodness, and she got the shield, so she wouldn't take the damage. We defeat them. Boom! Yes! Okay, so this one is out. Removing the threat token. Performing a search. I really think the best thing to do is keep going with items because I want to make a health kit if I'm lucky. So I'm looking for a alcohol or something else similar. First of all, I get an explosive and okay, great. We got some alcohol. So Ellie's in real trouble with only 1 health. I think for the preparation action, let's rearrange some items first of all and then do some crafting. So I'm gonna take the rag and the alcohol out and craft those into a health kit. So I'm going to my crafted item deck and finding that. So we have the health kit right here, which I'm going to use immediately. Getting L 4 health points from 1 to 5. Next, we'll combine the explosive and the blade. Those 2 things together are going to get me a nail bomb. The end of the day, so I am going to move up to day 9. I'm doing okay for time, and here's the thing. If I can clear the lakeside location, I know I'm going to get some nice benefits. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I might get just a little bit more health for Ellie because she is in trouble. Okay, so I think that the best thing to do to get a little bit more health would be to clear the lakeside location, if we can do it. I kind of want Ellie to come with me for her sneak ability. I'm hoping we're gonna get lucky. So we'll have Joel take the lead. Ellie's coming with me. Let's take a look. Be brave. And here it is. Several different varieties of meat have been discarded on this filthy kitchen sideboard. Starving, you can't take your eyes off it. Each survivor present must choose one option. Move on, you can't trust anything in this place. Eat some, you're starving. You can't pass up a chance to eat, but which meat? Try to roll a wisdom or a crit in 1 attempt. Oh, this is a tough choice. I can't afford to lose any health eating some bad meat, but it's so tempting. And Ellie's pretty good at wisdom. I think they're both gonna go for it. Okay, so Ellie actually gets the wisdom. So you chose fresh venison. The best you've tasted, gain 3 health points. 6, 7, 8, much better. But poor Joel, what you chose is not animal meat. You vomit, disgusted with yourself, lose 1 HP. So he's down to 7, but they're both sort of middle of the road. That's not so bad. I get to discard a threat token. Great. And then search. We haven't seen that many events. It actually shows you on the back of the card that there are 6 good and 3 bad. No, I'm gonna be careful. Let's reveal it first. Ah, it is an event, so that is out of the game. Let's just grab an item and play it safe, I think. I'm kind of hoping for something I can upgrade. Oh, we find a snack bar worth 1 health point. Let's discard that straight away. Give it to Joel so he goes back up to 8. It's the end of the day, so let's move this up. Get rid of this. We've now cleared the location. I am going to put the additional threats out. So we have 1. That's full. That's now full. Location clear. Discard any remaining threat tokens at this location. Okay. Discard any remaining cards in the stashed item deck at this location without looking at them. And turn over now. As a group, you may immediately take the following bonus actions. Use medical supplies, restore 2 health points to each survivor at this location. Ooh, yes, please. Both going up to 10. Scavenge, draw 1 item. We find a binding. So I did check, and there's no point in combining the binding with the switchblade because the shiv has the same effect as the switchblade. Use a workbench. Upgrade and fully reload 1 ranged weapon in the inventory of 1 survivor at this location. Well, let's have a look. We cannot upgrade the assault rifle, unfortunately, but we could reload it, and it's pretty great. Upgrading the 9mm pistol gives me additional capacity. So I think the best thing to do is just fully load my assault rifle. At the end of the day, discard this card. So Lakeside has been cleared, and it's time to move forward. Dun, dun, dun. Here we have it. Now, somehow I've managed, this is the first time I've done it, where I haven't had to put out any of the boss tokens. So that's kind of amazing. Let's have a look. All survivors must travel to this location on the same day. At last, the safe haven of Jackson is in sight. Its warm, welcoming lights shimmering in the valley below. One final challenge stands in your way. Turn over now. The game actually comes with multiple final cards, so I don't know what we're going to find. It's a Fedra blockade. You must roll a hit die, losing 2 health points for each hit rolled, then begin combat. I actually forgot to choose who was going to lead because I was so excited it was the last card. I think we'll just say, it doesn't really matter, let's just say Joel. And he gets that, but he has his reroll and it hits anyway, so he goes down to 8. Combat. There is a special here. At the end of each round, after normal damage is dealt, the Fedra blockage unleashes a suppressing barrage. Each survivor must roll a hit die, losing 2 health points for each hit rolled. Oh, they're going to be shooting at us. This is nasty. 2 ranged or 3 melee attack returned. We can listen and speak though. Let's get the dice out. We don't have any of the boss. I can't believe I managed to do that. I feel like, did I miss something in the game? Again, let me know in the comments. Not a rules teach. Having a blast, so who cares? We get 2 of the wisdom per character, so that's 4 total. 1, and then 4 per character. Ooh, lots of doubles there. Let's pop those over here. Okay, so we have 5 wisdom, 2 might, 1 cunning, and 4 doubles. I think we definitely want to do the sneak this time. So Ellie first looking for a cunning, and she gets it. She gets to remove 1 additional dice. We'll definitely take away these doubles. And I think for Joel, it's time to throw the brick. Discarding the brick, he's going to be successful without rolling. So that means we get to take away 1 more dice. I think we'll take away this one. All right, well, it's time to attack. We've got quite a lot to get through. The damage is going to be rough, but it's kind of, ooh, it's close. So Ellie and Joel, let's see what we can do. I think for Ellie, she's going to perform melee. She doesn't have any ammunition. Joel, let's go ahead and do the ranged attack right off the bat using all of his ammo. Remembering that Ellie's count for 2, Joel gets his reroll. Let's see how it comes out. Oh, wow, fantastic. Take that all day. So Ellie gets the defense and she gets rid of 2. Unfortunately, there's only 1 out there, but we'll get rid of this one. And Joel hits 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ellie got the shield, so no damage to her, but Joel's going to take 3 damage. Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 5 health. Next, we do the combat special. So we're going to be rolling to see if the barrage hits us. We'll do Ellie first. And it does. She's losing an additional 2 health points, down to 8. And Joel, it does, but he'll re-roll. And it's a miss. Okay, great. Almost there, almost there. It's gonna have to be a melee attack. We got a crit from Ellie, which is amazing. Joel hits here. We're gonna keep it. They both got their shields as well. Yes, so we get rid of this one for Joel. Ellie's crit doubles because of her ferocious, so we take these 2 out. We will both take 3 damage because it was a melee attack, except for the shield, so we don't have to. Yay! We're rolling for the combat special to see if they hit us for 2. Ellie first. It's a miss. Then Joel. It's a hit, but he gets to re-roll. And it's a miss. Okay, great. So now we just need 1 more might to get past these guys. Come on, you can do it. Yes, bingo. Joel gets the might. Boom. And that is the Fedra blockade gone. The last of us escape the dark. We make it to Jackson. Wow, honestly, I think that is the best this game has ever gone for me. Usually I'm really struggling for time, and I didn't run in to any of the boss tokens because they really add dice to your final. There was a moment there where I thought Ellie might end up dying, but we got pretty lucky being able to get the medic pack and clearing Lakeside. I think it's great to clear the locations if you've got the time to do it. Got some really cool items. I love this assault rifle. Yeah, so that was Escape the Dark, The Last of Us. Really fun, not a rule stage. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Bye.